My name is Tony, and I'm in recovery from addiction and alcoholism, and I am a GateHouse alum. My addiction started when I was 10 years old. Started using drugs and alcohol, and I continued to use for about another 15 years. I got clean just before my 25th birthday, and that's where I came to GateHouse. And for me, GateHouse was a way for me to get away from kind of the people, places, and things that I was around. It was very difficult for me to get clean and stay clean, surrounded by the same environment that I had used in for a very long time. And GateHouse provided me a safe place to go and be and kind of drill down the basics of recovery. Coming to GateHouse for me, it definitely allowed me to have some fellowship, have some people that were around me that were doing the same thing, because you're surrounded by people who are using. I really didn't stand much of a chance. When I came to GateHouse, I was surrounded by other guys who were, who had the same common goal, and that was very important for me, to know there were other people who were doing this, to know that it was possible, to have people ahead of me, who could help show me this way, because I couldn't do it alone. I tried to many times. I had tried to get clean, and I could get a day here or there. But I never stuck. I never was able to stay clean. So GateHouse definitely allowed me to know that this thing was possible, that there were other people doing it as well. So I started going to the groups, and the accountability factor of it definitely, it kept me coming. It kept me going to meetings, kept me going to the groups. It kept me honest, kept me open. And that was important for me. So, the journey kind of started. And, as I moved forward in that GateHouse process, I went through the steps a little bit more in depth, and, that allowed me to just grow in my recovery. Because today, it's one of the most important parts of my life. It's given me a life that's second to none, a life much better than I had ever had. That's not because of a lack of problems. It's now that I have the ability to deal with my problems. I have the ability to deal with life as it throws me the curveballs that life does. But I think one of the other parts of recovery that GateHouse showed me was that we can have fun in recovery. Being surrounded by a bunch of other guys who are relatively in the same time frame that you are in recovery, especially in early recovery. There's a lot of joking going on, a lot of fun to be had, but they teach you how to have that, and how to be able to get down to work and be serious when that's needed too. So for me, it was just a great starting point. And they showed me how to, when it was time for me to move on, they showed me how to move on. They showed me how to get into kind of my next phase of recovery after I left GateHouse. And, there were a lot of bumps in that road as well, but most importantly, I didn't pick up, stayed clean through it, kept in contact with my network, and some time passed, and the journey has continued. And, GateHouse has been an irreplaceable portion of my recovery that has allowed me to grow in many ways. Taught me a lot about recovery, taught me a lot about what happens in life, because what I experienced in recovery, or what I haven't experienced in recovery, I've also seen other guys in the house go through. So now, I know how to act accordingly. So yeah, welcome to GateHouse.